So I'd be willing to bet that at least one person is watching this, listening to this while they're doing something else just like I am. Taking a walk today, getting some exercise. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're here. Glad you are listening and reading along with us as a church. And I'm doing this on purpose, really, because today's passage, 1 John chapter 2, there's so much in there. So much in there, I can't cover it all, but there were just a few things that stood out to me that I think are honestly difficult about our life with Christ. And it's this, that notice how many times in 1 John chapter 2 that John is saying things like, you already know the truth. You don't even need someone to teach you. Just remain, abide, continue. And maybe that's a good word for all of us as we are, 4 weeks into this reading plan together, and maybe you need that word as I do today. Just continue. Catch up, continue. Because I think that one of the things that is hard for us to recognize that discipleship to Jesus is, as Eugene Peterson says, it's a long obedience in the same direction. And sometimes we don't see the fruit of it until much later, but a daily discipline of reading together, of reflecting on the passages. That's what the discipleship to Jesus is. And sometimes we don't see results of it until much, much later. So my encouragement to you today is this, as John seems to be saying in this, and we remember in the Gospel of John, he had a whole chapter about what does it mean to remain and abide. So continue on. Keep going. John seems to be telling his original audience and seems to be telling us too that the key is this, is that we have believed in Jesus as Lord. We have received his Spirit. And most of us spend then a lot of time trying to figure out if there's something else that we need to add to that. But John says, no, it's simpler than that. Stay in that. Remain in that. Abide in that, and really go deeper. Really go deeper into what that means. So today, what does it mean that he has given us not a new commandment, but an old commandment? To love him, to love one another. We may have already heard that, we may have already known that, but what would it mean to actually live that? Today, I'm coming up on one of my favorite spots, which is a little bench here along the American River. And as I close today, I just want to turn the camera around and give you a few moments where you might hear the geese, you might hear the rushing of the water, and may this be a chance for you to abide.